Long-time Black Nation member. She's from Queens, but she's been in Georgia for over 10 years, so now she's a peach. She's a Queens peach. That means Nas was in her top 3, but he's not 2 or 3. When I first met her, she was running things.
I'm running things.
All right. To my immediate left, she loves problematic questions because one of her goals is to be canceled.
It was problematic.
I'm appalled.
Yes, who mean is in the building.
Period.
All right. So I'm gonna start with something a little deep. What is different about the people from your first love to the last person you fell in love with?
Ooh. What is different?
Physical traits, qualities, ethics.
I'm not gonna shoot straight at the physical, but I will say more patience.
Okay. Who's more patient? First love or this current?
Current.
Okay.
Yes, hubby, absolutely.
Mm-hmm. How long you been married?
I have been married for 7 years now.
7 years. That's what's up.
7 years.
All right.
7 years. Together for 10, married for 7. Definitely more patience. More understanding, takes more time to get to know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll say that.
Okay.
That's different.
What you got?
I mean, I only had 3 people I've ever been in love with.
Okay,
so.
that means you have a first and a last.
I mean, but
First
like,
ain't last.
let's
What you
be
talking about?
honest. Let's be like 1,000%. I'm only 21.
I
They're
understand that.
completely physically different.
Feeling you were gonna say that.
They're completely physically different. Like one's like tall, dark skinned, chocolate, yes sir. One little light skinned pretty boy, and the last one is like an intermediate between the both. You know, not necessarily tall, not necessarily pretty boy, also kind of light skinned, also kind of handsome. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like a.
Okay,
but,
so what's the personality differences?
I mean, the one that's just like me is super aggressive. None of them are as aggressive as I am. So
I don't think too many people are.
I guess that's a
She
good
knows
thing.
what she wants.
Yeah, you can't be nothing like me because if you're aggressive and I'm aggressive, I mean, we had a lot of holes and a lot of walls. That wasn't too fun. I mean, okay, the person that I am seeking also knows what they want or is starting to know what they want because I don't know if I know what I want. But that person is starting to know what they want, so maybe I'm starting to know what I want. So we're figuring it out. We're getting somewhere. That's the difference. Before we wasn't getting nowhere. We was stagnant in a single-headed, I'm your side hoe relationship. That was the first love. I might as well just been a side chick.
But was that really a love?
For
There's a
me, I
difference
mean,
to
yeah,
love
because that's
and
what I
being loved.
defined it as.
Okay.
But is it my definition of love now? Hell no. But now we're, figuring shit out, So that's good. Yeah, somewhere. I wouldn't say, follow me. If anything, I'm not the example. I don't do what I did. Don't do it.
So, did you just say Hov did that so you wouldn't have to go through that?
Huh?
She got
That's
it.
exactly why I do my
She
YouTube
got
channel. Because just learn from me. Don't do the same thing as me. Just take my tips because I promise you it's easier that way.
All right. Problematic questions. Now listen to the whole question. Can men and women be friends after dating without compromising future relationships?
I don't know. I guess that depends on the
It
relationship.
depends on the relationship and how it ended.
Okay.
That's a tricky question.
Okay.
I think it depends on both relationships,
Mhm.
not just the relationship with that person and how that
Mhm.
ended, but your future relationships and those type of partners. Also depends on you because if you're a very insecure person, you're gonna attract
Absolutely.
a lot of insecure people,
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
and that's not gonna work.
So no.
It just depends. It depends, David. I can't.
Can I get a 60-40, 70-30? Yes, no?
I would say with
It's a
today's
case by case.
population and
Case
how
by case.
these people are,
It's gonna be a no.
majority for
No, for
today,
today?
it's
Yeah.
gonna
For
be
today,
a
it's gonna be a
no.
no.
Okay.
Maybe in them 70s and them 80s and back then, maybe in the future when y'all get your heads together. But right now, hell no, I wouldn't recommend it.
So, have you ever been friends with exes?
I have.
While with someone new?
Nah.
Okay.
It's so funny you said that.
Why?
Because me and hubby kind of had this conversation prior to me coming here.
It's hard-hitting questions right here.
That is a very hard-hitting question.
Yeah.
It's a very interesting question.
I'm good about
What's that with access? Friends with access? What's a that?
So when you say access, what?
No, I was say access.
Okay. Oh.
Exes.
Exes, okay.
Oh, exes.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
No, I was gonna say
Okay.
access. So
I was like, but
that's
I guess
benefits.
you can.
Your benefits,
We
actually?
benefited.
Yeah.
But kind of like my husband said earlier, he kind of touched on, it's always in the back of your mind, like,
Who's doing what?
not even who's doing what, how that person's feeling. Because you may be thinking it's a friendship type of
Right.
situation, you know what I'm saying? But the other person might be like waiting for that opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So,
It's funny you say that. I've heard more women talk about that recently in regards of men being friends but really waiting for an opportunity.
absolutely.
And I think the thing that kind of gets everything kind of thrown out of whack is the communication.
You're right.
The communication where a person says what they want and one person's like, I don't see you that way, so they don't hear what you said, and that's where it gets mixed up. And then they move in certain ways where it's inconsistent. And with either side, man or female, you got to be consistent with your behaviors at all times, and that's how you run into these moments. So with that being said, did you guys reconcile that conversation or no?
Oh, absolutely. We both agreed. Like,
Okay.
I guess it just depends. Like me, I'm upfront, so I'm gonna keep it all way a buck. Like, you have no chance. It's don't even look at me in that light.
Yeah.
It's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
No.
What about the hubby?
Same way. But he doesn't. He's not even like he said. He's not gonna be friends with someone he knows that if we weren't together, like they would.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's a no fan.
Okay. All right. So initially, you guys said case by case basis, right? If that friendship was to work, what boundaries have to be set for it to work?
Don't be calling the crib late.
What's late?
You better call between the 9 to 5. I'm like,
So after
I'm
5,
like Big Ray.
not.
I mean, not necessarily
I know,
5, but
yeah,
you
yeah.
know what I'm saying. A respect.
So I had a rule. It was like basically, if anybody hit me after 9,
Yeah.
like I'll text you back to make sure you're good.
Yeah.
But after that, if you're not dying,
What do you want?
what do you want?
Yeah.
Or I won't even respond. I just want to respond to the next day.
I agree.
But also with that, my phone wasn't locked. My girl would see, who it was.
And I can have a full blown conversation when
Yeah.
you're sitting right here with
Absolutely.
on speakerphone.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And I mean, majority, when I was in that relationship, everyone knew who my lady was. She was always around. And it was no like, I don't do gray areas. I don't like gray areas with people.
Be upfront and honest. Absolutely. I
Yeah.
agree. No secrets.
What's that?
What am I like?
Boundaries. Like what to make that friendship work with an ex or a case by case basis, as you put it. Like what boundaries would need to be put in place?
To be honest, okay, like okay. In all logical, like me logically, right? I feel like if I have to put boundaries on it, then there's no reason for you to even be talking or dealing with that person.
That's a good point.
But like, if we had to like put that in terms, if it's outside of that person's behavioral pattern. So like, if they typically would answer their homeboy at 9 o'clock or answer their mama at 9 o'clock or whatever, or that's just what they do, okay, do you, boo? But like, if all of a sudden shit start feeling secretive and now you over here trying to sneak phone calls in the bathroom
you gotta
and
hop
shit,
about the bed,
right? And you gotta roll over and shit, nigga. What you doing?
I agree.
Who called us?
Right? Who called us?
What she want?
What's
this?
Where are we going?
Yeah.
What was it? What was it? What was that? Huh? Oh, okay. I was just trying to see. I just wanted to know. No, it's okay. Take your call. Take your call. Then be all up by the bathroom like this.
Wow. Wow.
Oh, really?
Wow. Oh man, this is one of those. This is one of those. All right. So another lady question. Birth control? Yes, no. Why? Why not?
Hell no.
Fuck no.
Absolutely not.
Why not?
Fucks up your hormones. It fucks up a lot of shit.
Mhm.
I'm just gonna keep it real.
Well, explain it. Don't explain.
Okay,
You give. Well, I've had this talk with multiple women, but I still like men to hear.
Okay. For me personally, I was on birth control to regulate my cycle.
Okay.
Okay. But it also brought along other things. High blood pressure. Started fucking with other shit.
Mhm.
So it's a no. I actually had a doctor tell me you're not supposed to take birth control, period.
Mm-hmm.
So he actually took me off of it.
Which one was it?
Huh?
Which one was it?
I was on orthotricycline low. I've
Pill,
had
shot?
that's a pill.
Okay.
I've had the patch. Never had the shot. I'm cool on the shot.
Okay.
I'll try the pill, but
Okay.
no shots. No.
What about IUDs, you guys?
No, but I've heard situations with those.
Yeah.
I've heard people couldn't find them
I've
to
heard
get them
those.
taking them
I'll
out.
be
Yeah.
damned.
I've heard people get pregnant.
And
Wow,
then the baby
no.
come out holding it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, nah. Mm-mm.
Okay. You have something to add on to her?
Hell yeah.
Okay. All right.
Have y'all ever
Strap in,
heard?
y'all.
Have you ever heard the history of birth control? Y'all can go on Bailey Sarian's YouTube channel and go watch her whole hour video on the history of birth control. I'm not finna break that whole thing down to you. Here's the part that got me heated because I'm Puerto Rican. So you messing with my people now is what you saying. Tell me why. The whole ploy for birth control, right, was just to, lower birth rates and eliminate poverty-stricken people, to keep population low, and also to keep, classes in their balance, or whatever these rich people think they're doing in the world. So this dude has this idea, I think I can control the population with birth control. So he goes right on to Puerto Rico with this very, very experimental drug. And he starts, basically, and in Puerto Rico, at the time, they felt like sterilization was the only answer. So women was legit getting sterilized because they didn't want no more kids. They was like, nah, we good. So, they was like, we could just come in here and give them this experimental drug and just ruin people's lives. Like, who cares? It was killing women. Like, all of the birth control symptoms women have nowadays, imagine that times about 200. That's what these women were going through. I'm talking mood swings were going from, mood swings were on psychotic, like psychotic. The pelvic pains that they feel when they're on birth control, those felt like your abdomen and stuff was gonna burst out of you. Like, if it came from that, and they've been modifying from that, and this is only 50 years worth of research. It might not even be that much research. I'm not sure. But it's not a lot. I'll be damned over a dude who can't hold his nut or pull out. Like, what? There's condoms. There's condoms. Oh, no, baby. You can't keep it in you. Oh, you're not the man for me. I'm sorry, because my men don't want kids either. Yeah, we're on the same page. Yeah, I'm sorry, no. I'd be damned if niggas say get birth control.
Alright. With you crazy, yo. Alright. So it's often been said that women leave emotionally before they leave physically. Can you guys elaborate on that?
I agree. We do.
Well, dang. I mean, I don't have no experience but doing that. I think there are women who
Will you just remove
probably
yourself
can.
entirely when you're done?
Like, I think there are women who can do that, because I know there are men who can't do that, and there has to be an equal balance.
Well, leave emotionally first and then physically?
No, leave physically,
Okay.
and be cool. I can't do that, no.
Okay.
I don't know how to do that. No, because I have to be prepared to live without you, and if I didn't leave emotionally, I'm not prepared. I'm not at all. What? Walk away. But what are you going to do without me? No, that's not happening over here. No. We're working on it, though. We might get there one day. We're working on it.
You want to expand on that, Sean? What's the reason? And are you aware that you do it? Are women aware that they do that?
I I believe women are definitely aware.
Okay.
We do leave emotionally. At some point, you get tired of repeating yourself.
Okay.
Or cleaning up after somebody, or
you just
taking
you
care
get
of somebody.
Keep talking about the same topic.
Problems and issues. Keep arguing all the
Exactly.
time. Me and
So-
the aggressive one, just like that.
Yeah.
I completely checked out.
And then it depends on the person. You
Mhm.
know, I've left prior to getting married, several relationships, emotionally. You just have to really find that one person that you can't.
Is there a time frame of the leaving emotionally before you say?
Well, I mean,
Not for me, no.
no, not really.
I
It could
think
just click at any moment. I
checked
mean,
So it could be from a week, a month to a year.
to years.
I checked out
It could
for
be
a year.
years.
You checked out for a year.
I checked out
How
for
long
a
were you
year.
together?
We have been together for like 3 months, and I just checked out and let shit ride.
I checked out for about 3.
You would. Huh?
We were together in a traumatic situation.
Mhm.
We were.
Okay, so you were together in 3 months. You said no, this is not gonna work, and then you just basically.
It
went
wasn't
on
even know
autopilot?
that it wasn't gonna work. It was more like, I like you a lot. I just don't like your actions, but I feel like I can't live without you because you're my twin flame, and we were all that weird spiritual bullshit. This is why I never told anybody I was spiritual until I was like sure I was spiritual, because y'all would have called me crazy for the reasons I was staying with this man.
Spiritual ties. It's something
But
serious.
yeah, so like I had to work all that stuff out and figure that out, and then I don't know. After a good year, I figured it out, and I was like, okay, yeah, no, let's. Hey, so we're on a great page right now. I love you so much, but you know, I think the best thing for you is not me. So I'm gonna go live with my mom, and like I swear to God, like that was the easiest like get out situation. And then I went to North Carolina for a week and pissed him off. And
The truck driver.
no, worse, worse.
We're gonna come back to that one.
Way worse.
Come back to that one.
Way worse. I can tell you straight up right now, I have no problem. You ready to know?
Go ahead.
With two freaking scammers from New York that I didn't know, but for maybe like a week. Cause I have a thing for New Yorkers. Like, what? I will argue you down about who's better, and it will never be Atlanta, but I'm from here. I will never. What? No.
All right. So, in the midst of you leaving emotionally, are you ever like looking at the guy and saying he doesn't understand what's going on?
Hell yeah.
So you get enjoyment from it, or?
No.
No, it's not.
No.
No, it's not enjoyment. It's just understanding people.
I mean, but like, okay, but so in the midst of doing this, like you're exchanging energy, you're like giving them a kiss, and they think everything's normal until it's
I
not.
wouldn't even say that's happening. You
Like kiss, affection,
you
the
just-
time spent, and men, because we're stupid, especially when you're the person that's like getting broken up with, you're the last one to know.
I don't even want to say stupid.
Well, love makes
I
you.
just
I would
wanna
say
say,
love makes you stupid. When
Y'all
you're
really don't
have feelings for
think
someone
that
makes
it's
you
gonna
stupid.
happen.
Stupid.
I mean, yeah, it makes you
I
stupid.
guess.
But like we're trying to help you understand. It's more
Yeah.
like an ignorance than a
Yeah,
stupid.
it's like, oh, okay, oh
Like,
well, you
like,
know,
you're
she'll
really
be here.
just completely and totally naive
Mhm.
to how you're making somebody else feel. But I would say even for me, it's not a game. It's not anything like that. In fact, it was the first person I ever went through that with. I have to process my emotions on my own too. Like I can't just like as a person who was trying to learn and trying to grow, I knew the worst thing for me in that situation was to run away the same way I run away from everything else. I just needed to live it out and figure it out and figure out why it wasn't a good situation for me. Because I didn't understand. I just knew I didn't like it.
Mm-hmm.
But you gotta find an understanding. I will say I probably won't do it anymore. Like now that I'm like getting older, I'm like, okay, well it's just easier to be like, hey, I don't really like that. I'm kind of done. Nah, but like I'm very done. Okay, but like you're not hearing me. I don't have a year to waste, so I'm just gonna go out the front door. Please don't follow me. And if you get all weird on me, like you got weird, and then like I just blocked you, and like you're gone.
So on the actual removal from the relationship or the situation, is it planned or is it just the day that you say, okay, I'm over
You
it?
just wake up and you
I wake up and
okay, for
This is the
instance,
I wake
my
up
baby
and you
daddy.
push my button.
yeah, my baby daddy. I'm not gonna tell you which one. Fuck that nigga. But I I was in a relationship for 5 years. I had a kid. I thought, and I don't even want to use the term I was in love. I loved him. There's a difference between being in love and loving someone. I just felt like I had to stay with this person because I had a kid. Mm-hmm. And, you know, society tells you, oh, when you have a baby with someone, yeah, you're supposed to be with them and you're supposed to get married and blah, 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 blah. But he was a piece of shit. We were together, like I said, 5 years. I checked out the last 3 years. And I literally woke up, middle of the night, packed all my shit. I was out.
Was there a trigger involved, or you just woke up and just?
No, I woke up and started packing my shit. I just started thinking about everything. Like, why do I have you here? Yeah. You're not working. I'm paying the bills, my nigga. Like, you're cheating, clearly. I just found out you got a kid on the way, which was a couple of months prior to me moving. And then I'm like, I've wasted 5 years. Like, what the fuck was I doing for 5 years? Like, this was a waste of time. So I started packing my shit.
Gotcha.
And I left.
I want to revisit something you said earlier. You guys both said the difference between loving someone versus being in love. Can you guys classify? Break that down. What you mean?
Okay. Let's see. Oh, this is coming from a person who really is just now even learning what the fuck love is. I barely know how to love myself, y'all. I barely know. You know, I had to ask my mom the other day, is grooming self-love? Is that something that I should partake in for self-love? She told me that not necessarily. So for all you non-groomers out there, you're good. Anyways, a person that you love.
Wait, hold on. So you said grooming, like what, hair and body care?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
There are a lot of people who don't like shaving their armpits, don't like shaving their legs, don't like maintaining their hairs down
Okay,
there.
so I wouldn't call that self-care. Basically,
Well, I say
I'm saying grooming to some people would be like, what do you do to take care of yourself? Whether it's your skin routine, washing up your hair, something like that. But
that's all goes in part of it. That's all grooming.
Okay, but hair removal not necessarily grooming to one person.
Too.
I mean, if that's what you do to take care of yourself.
Some people don't do any of the skin routines and all of that. Some people don't do any grooming at all.
So the debate was
down to the point where
they don't
let
love themselves?
No. That's what I'm saying.
Just spending more time with you.
That's exactly what I'm saying. I had to ask my mom if that's what that meant, because my mom, she's a high priestess. Right. And, you know, obviously, if you're vibrating high enough to be a real high priestess and do something for people, you would know these answers. Which she did. I asked her, I'm like, so is that a part, like, does that mean that I'm vibrating higher and vibrating more in my divine energy? She said, no. She said it doesn't matter. You could literally not want to groom and still be vibrating higher than somebody who wants to groom every part of their body. Like my mom, she likes to groom. That's what she prefers to do. There are people who vibrating just as high as her, though they're on her same level, that don't.
Okay.
Monks and stuff, they don't.
Okay. All right, going back to the love. Go back to that.
Okay. Okay, so I feel like being in love with somebody and loving somebody is really more about a stage and a time and a mentality than it is about like the person or something the other person does or how they make you feel. It's really just about where you are, because like I feel like you're in love with somebody when you're dumb for somebody. You're in love with somebody when you're trying to flow with and push your own boundaries to compensate for that other person, you know? And I kind of feel like you love a person when you also love yourself and love that person and invite that person into your life and your space and are firm on the boundaries you need to be firm on, and push the ones that you know don't really matter like that. I don't know, I feel like being in love with somebody is just a stage, I guess. You gotta get through that to get to being to loving them. Like you gotta be all, oh, I'll do anything to be like, okay, well, I won't do that. Oh, you see that okay, we feeling it. Okay, I like you, I love you. Okay, we can rock for the rest of time. Like, you know what I mean? I feel like you gotta love somebody to rock for the rest of time. You ain't doing that while you're in love. Nobody can do that in love. Fight me on it. Tell me you can do that in lust. Tell me you can do that. Because in love is just in lust, if you ask me. They're the same thing. You just horny for him. I'm sorry. Shoot me.
You gotta go get canceled for that.
I'm not.
No, you're not. Your husband, when did you realize you guys were in love?
Oh boy, I realized I was in love when I didn't walk away through the storms, no matter what it was. I'm gonna piggyback off of something she said. I was used to leaving. If you wasn't on the same page as me, or if the shit just, you said some crazy shit to me, okay, see ya. On to the next. But my husband was my best friend. You know what I'm saying? I met my husband in high school.
Okay.
When I first moved to Georgia. We were friends all through the years, you know, and then we linked back up later on in life. So for me, like I said, that's my best friend. I can tell him anything without judgment. I don't see the rest of my life without him. You know what I'm saying? That's my baby.
That's great. Have you guys ever used sex as a tool?
No.
Well,
in the current
it depends.
In life?
Yeah.
Okay. Explain how and why.
I mean, I got a whole. You're gonna have to bleep a lot of this shit out, but.
I killed my first 2 minutes a long time ago.
I got a whole tips for sex workers because I was using sex as a tool. It was a whole job for me for a whole year of my life. I was that's why I was I could be a stripper. I was if I was doing that, bro, stripping ain't shit. And then I got there and be a stripper. I was well, if I didn't want to do that, why the fuck I'm gonna do this? I might as well go fuck for the money. It's easier. What? Stripping is hard, bro. Stripping is hard. It's hard. I commend every stripper who makes bands doing it.
Listen,
them that make 15 and thousands, 20,000s a night. Them strippers.
At some point, every woman has used it to get something that they.
All right. So what has been your most consistent use?
Oh my, Joseph.
I know the word you said you said my whole name.
Oh my. I mean, when I was younger, to get what the fuck I wanted, shit. I mean, bills paid, car notes paid. You know,
what are you saying?
That's when you activate the manganese. What?
Absolutely, the manganese. There ain't no manganese now, but yeah, the manganese. Yes.
You don't even gotta activate them. You just gotta find the right sucker.
Not even the right sucker.
The right sucker will take the lazy. They'll take the lazy and still give you change. I'm talking pay your rent and have some change. Girl, y'all doing it wrong.
How do you look at that? How do you look at that on the scouting report? What are you looking for?
You're looking for the person who backs up what they're talking, but is also conscious about what they're spending. The person that comes in there and is just flashing a whole bunch of money at you, he ain't got no money. That's all he got. Yeah. But then you have the person who acts like they have money but won't show any money. He also has no money. See, you want the person who's oh yeah, I really like you, and then they cash app you $50 and say, go get your nails done. You test them out with that a little bit, and then they're gonna ask you how much to. You feel me? What?
The new millennium has to do that.
Okay.
We didn't have to work that hard. I mean,
I know some stories from my mom.
I mean, I'm a be honest. We really didn't have to work that hard to get what we wanted. We didn't have to fuck to get a bill paid to really, you know what I'm saying, to do much. So it's just all in your game and all in your mouthpiece. What you say.
Ain't no mouthpiece nowadays.
No, that's because these girls are just giving it away.
Literally.
You know.
You're competing.
Here you go.
You're competing with the strip club at this point. Remember that. You're competing with the strip club. Remember, we're competing with $40 vagina.
I knew you were gonna say that. I was waiting on it.
We're competing with $40. You have to lay it on them thick. Literally. You gotta remind them that you're that chick, and emphasis on the you're that chick. When you do that, they'll call you up 3 years later after you told them you're done. I'm sorry, I'm done. No amount. No amount.
All right. All right.
Oh, how do you feel about that?
About what? Transaction? I don't pay for pussy.
I mean, there's a lot of men who don't. I commend
No.
you for being so strong.
But you shouldn't have
Strong.
to.
Yes, because you
I
don't
know what I am. I don't have to.
You understand? There's so many men out here, and I'm like, how are you the minority?
Right.
And you still feel the need.
Well, okay. So I've heard this is, some guys will say this, that they don't pay for the sex, they pay for the person to leave, for less of a headache. It's absolute transaction.
That's all. That's
That,
all.
I mean, but
you're
yeah,
the minority.
Yeah.
You know how many women want you to leave too? Goodbye.
Yeah, but those. Okay, so I was having this conversation. It was something totally unrelated with my friend the other day, and we were talking about like how people that are basically alike, we don't run into each other unless it's usually by accident.
Absolutely.
So we kind of get the opposite energy for the most part of what we project. In a sense, you understand what I'm talking about. So with that being said, the woman that wants you to just pack up and leave after the whatever transaction, the guy that she wants is probably scouring for the women that make it a transaction. Where she's like, okay, I catch them at a grocery store, quick trip.
And that's
at
usually
work.
what happens.
It's just that easy.
Okay, but yeah.
And that's how it goes.
No, I'm still lost.
I mean, I can't speak to that lifestyle because it's not my lifestyle, but and I'm just trying to make sense of what other people do and have told me.
Like I said, it don't make no sense to me because you're the minority. There's plenty of women who would. I feel like that's just a man running from emotion and being upfront about his emotions and even being afraid. I feel like sometimes y'all also jump on the first thing that come around when y'all are manifesting things, and that first thing, might end up being a woman who wants to be in a relationship. And she might have told you that straight up and you still hit, and then you got that headache, and that's your problem because you ain't wait. I don't know what else to tell you. You should have waited. That's how I see it. I just feel like it'll come. It's gonna come. There are plenty of women. Go to bars. Go somewhere. Go do something you love.
There are plenty of women, but not quality.
I mean, yeah, but
$40 cooch.
You would still find the one who just want to like hit and buy. Like go have your one night stand.
I mean, well, to those guys, you're talking about like pickup artists that you have to have some semblance of game. You have to know how to dress, how to hold a conversation. A lot of these guys are like socially awkward. And
all of that.
So they usually are the ones that
they need a transaction,
it.
or they become a sugar daddy, or their only way of getting a woman is bagging with money.
Yeah, I feel like all of that stuff is still like a inner what I'm telling myself thing. Cause shit, I'm sorry, I'm fine as hell, and I used to date some ugly ass niggas. Like, and I would go for them. Like, I would go for them. Like, nah, don't play.
They had a game conversation mouthpiece.
Fuck no. I just like the way they looked at me. I like the way they was. You looked at me. I approached.
So you wouldn't approach. Most women don't approach.
You say that,
I
but
think I've
it's
approached
about
once in my lifetime.
It's about.
She just said she approached once in her lifetime.
I saw something I like, and I was like, "Let me send a drink over. What's up?"
But
now,
the
my life
dude
experience
showed
is
you
different.
something you liked.
Mm-hmm.
Most of these dudes,
it was his swagger.
Most of these dudes be
Yeah,
out here
it
wanting
was
you
his
to
swagger.
come approach them, and they hunched over at the bar, looking all mean as fuck, talking to like, bruh. Even a female who want to be approached don't give you that damn hunched over. I ain't fucking with you, bitch. Demeanor.
Well, that's wrong.
That's how I be seeing some of these dudes.
No, well, people that play the game, like the art of the chase, women, you guys do the cat and mouse, where you make it, your way of making yourself available is making yourself available, not approaching.
So approach. And if you don't
But
want to approach,
sometimes
there's also women who approach.
I used to get that a lot. I have resting bitch face.
I think that's a black thing because it goes both men and women.
Because I used to always
you guys
get called, you look so mean. Like, what the fuck I need to walk around smiling all day for? Like,
it's not. I don't even think it's that. I think our natural face projects a certain intensity, because like when you smile, you light up a room.
Right.
And I've had the same thing said about me, because like when I know what my face looks like. I've seen like my family picture, like hereditary. We just naturally look mean, but it's like really it's me. It's my forehead, but it's just, I know self awareness. But the thing is like certain people are aware of themselves, some people are not, and then sometimes they are aware of others and how to communicate and talk to people.
Those are all things. I feel like those are things that people just don't be wanting to work on about themselves, but in reality.
But if you're not aware, if you're not aware of it, how are you going to work on something you're not aware of?
That you don't know, yeah.
Because you gotta identify what you don't like about your life and then figure out what corresponds with it.
It's a thing called denial.
But most people don't look in that mirror.
Hey, and then you don't talk to them people. Keep it moving. I was never your friend. We was never supposed to be in the same room. Like, why are you even watching this right now? You're not gonna like what I have to say. You're not. The problem is you. That's what I got to say. Because that's what I've been learning, is that the problem is me.
That's a hard pill to swallow for a lot of people.
No, you know what I'm saying? I didn't realize.
Most people get to the end of life to realize that, the problem is me, or it's something that I'm doing consistently, or it's like you keep changing friends, or it's basically you keep running this cycle of the same thing, and then somebody either has to tell you in the midst of an argument, or it's a big blow up, or you just get to the end of your life, you lonely as hell, and nobody wants to talk to you.
At some point, it can't be everybody else, and not you.
Right.
So,
Right. All right, moving on. What has your parents' love life taught you or influenced you?
Ooh.
Influenced you to doing yours?
Ooh.
Good, bad, ugly.
That's a good question.
Yeah. Well, let's start like this. Mother or father growing up, 2-parent household, single parent household.
So mine was a little complicated.
Let's go.
Okay. I had mom, dad. Dad was a drug dealer.
Okay.
Mom was a good girl.
Okay.
But daddy also liked to do drugs as well.
Okay.
So left that alone. My mom got married to my stepdad. That lasted a year. Then she married my dad, who raised me since I was 7.
Okay.
So for me.
So, quick question.
Mm-hmm.
So you remember your father and her second husband? Well, that's the first husband.
First husband.
First husband, and then of course you have the rest of your life with the person you now call dad. Okay. So there's 3 examples of men, and then how your mom dealt with all 3. Okay.
For me, and that's so funny. Me and my sister had this conversation. For me,
hard-hitting questions.
Yes, it was. Taught me I wanted to break the cycle on a lot of things that I saw. A lot of patterns I saw in my relationships.
Such as
baby daddy situation, how I dealt with men, what type of men I dealt with. So for me, it opened my eyes to a lot of things. By the time my mom was with what I call my dad, I saw happiness. My mom was very happy. They did everything together. Grocery store, constantly dating. They had a lot of fun. So for me, I don't want to say I want my marriage to be like that, because I don't idolize anybody's marriage. I want our marriage to be our marriage. You know, our own shit. But I like the fact that they were each other's best friends. They went to each other for everything. It was never any outsiders in their situation. It just, everything stayed in the household.
So you don't think about doing threesomes?
Absolutely not. I'm not a sharer.
That's a call. That's a call back to the last episode.
It's a negative.
I'm not a sharer at all.
I'm not a sharer. No.
Okay, so what did your parents teach you about your love life, or how did it influence you?
I mean, I wouldn't say, I don't know. Let's see. This is hard because this is what I'm supposed to be trying to figure out right now in my life. That's like what sacral chakra healing, I think, is all about. It's like how sex and all that was introduced to you, and like love and relationship. Oh, whatever. I'm not trying to do Kundalini work right now, but I guess I'll figure it out. Let's see. My dad ain't shit. I don't want anybody like my dad. That's what I learned for real. That being around the person that ain't shit will draw an ain't shit person out of you, and that's why my mom used to throw glass figurines at my dad while he was in the shower.
That was very specific.
That imagery comes into my mind every time, and I just find it so funny. But like, no, cause like I'm that type of person though. Like when you make me mad, like.
Was your mom and dad married?
They were engaged.
Okay.
They only got engaged because of me though, and then my dad was an asshole the whole time. Like I told y'all, my dad told me he told her that he was mad that I was a girl and that I should have been a boy.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, like he ain't like that. He ain't.
Has your mom ever been married?
Yeah, she's married now. She's been married for 10 years.
10 years. Okay. So what have you learned from this man?
To be honest, if he can't work with you, then shit, he gotta go. And if he ain't willing to work on himself, oh well, you gotta go. Okay, he's been willing to step up. There's actually a man who will be willing to work on himself and be on your level and stay on your level. And a lot of men call these men betas, and that's lame because they're actually really good men for women like me and my mom who are literally like ADD as like F, like super, like it's really bad, like can't focus to all over the place. It's really a battle daily, and that like he's like really a help for her because I watch him and he even made his own job. He likes to make sure that he like makes her place to sleep at night. Aww. And he likes to turn on all her stuff she needs to sleep because my mom, her vessel has a lot of problems. Like she got breathing stuff that she needs to breathe at night in order to sleep.
Sleep apnea.
It's something like that. I don't know. No, I don't think it's a classified thing. I think it's something with her like sinuses and allergies and stuff. Like I don't know. But yeah, he always wants to be there for her and help her and just like I don't know, he's just there for her. Anything she needs. And like mom, she hasn't worked.
What did she do for him?
Shoot, she helped him keep his mind together. He's a Gemini, so he's always fighting himself. So like he's very good at like what is it? He's good at managing his money and whatnot, but sometimes he gets like real depressed and real sad, and then when that happens, everything just kind of falls and crashes. And my mom's always there to like really like pick him up and like hold him together and make sure that like he doesn't let everything just go to shit. Like
so, based on based on how you described it, I'm gonna read this how I just saw it, right? So on a daily basis, he seems like he keeps her afloat and balanced, and then when he has his crisis, she works him through that.
Pretty much, something like that. But at the same time, my stepdad told my mom that she gave him something to live for. So I don't. That's dope. That's something way deeper than that. If you get what I'm saying, like, yeah, he needed that.
Mm-hmm.
He ain't have nothing like that before. So that's what she brings to his life. He needed a reason to get up and go to work every day anyway, because he didn't feel like he had that. He didn't feel like he had a reason to. And now that he has her, that's even his motivating drive to go do that.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So how has that influence what you look for in a man?
I would say, honestly, I ain't even gonna lie. For the longest, I didn't like Chaz. I really didn't. No, I mean, it's nothing he did. It's just that I didn't feel like that he was an active father in my life. I didn't feel like he was an active figure.
Give him a chance.
Like I feel like my mom was.
How old were you when he came into your life?
13.
Okay.
So like it wasn't like
that's a weird place to be inserted into a child's life though.
Yeah,
especially when you're going through that phase. You know that.
And then you gotta understand that at that time, my actual dad disowned me.
Yeah.
So I was always fighting with my mom because I was so upset at that. Like
that makes it even worse because when you're in a relationship with somebody and their child is arguing with them and you're not the biological father, especially that late in the game, you're not gonna come in. Oh, you're gonna respect your mom. You can't even put your foot down.
Yeah, and
you have to earn it.
I will say though, no, but she did. She married Channing for a brief, maybe like year before, and he was a very he wasn't. There was nothing wrong with him. Like he just, I don't know. Basically, like some crazy stuff happened with his sister, and even though he married my mom, he took his sister's side. And that right there showed me that like even though you can be with somebody, you know, even though you can be with somebody, that person can still, you know, switch up with you, on you. But at the same time, I'm chilling. I don't even know. That napkin look a little dirty. Hold up. But even at the same time, I look back now and like when I would get into like heated arguments and stuff with my mom, Channing would stand up for me versus Chaz.
Okay.
So I always equated that to Channing being better, even though now I'm starting to realize that was really just. I mean, I was like,
He took my side.
He was just trying to get cool points.
not even that.
I mean, she could have been right.
No, I had really bad anxiety. So anybody that would calm my mom down for me, would, like, I love.
Or he probably just had a different approach.
So he did, because I mean, like, he came in when I was like 6 and 7, like. So it's a whole different, it's a whole different vibe. Like, so I mean, but I internalized that as like, if my man isn't at my aid, if he's not my ally, he ain't nothing. And now I see where my stepdad is my mom's ally, and I'm starting to understand that can look a lot more than just having an alpha male around. That can look like a beta male. That could look like a delta male. I don't know what that is. He could be sleeping all day. Who knows? But it could still be what you need, girl.
Delta, man.
I don't know what that is, but you know they'll figure it out.
That's a thing.
I mean, alpha male community.
I heard Sigma, but yeah.
Alpha male community will make it a thing.
Okay. I thought that was a thing. Now, like, I didn't see that page.
Nah, it's the same way that the gay community will make anything a thing.
Gotcha.
Like, the alpha male community, same way.
Okay. All right.
They would agree.
All right. Next question.
We'll wake up tomorrow and cisgendered will be last year's news.
I'm a freaking dead.
And real.
I know it's
gender,
real,
it'll be the new thing, and it's where you identify as having multiple appendages that you can take off and reassert. I promise you.
No, that's probably going to be in science in the next 20, 30 years. Like, especially, probably to accommodate, like, people that are, like, maybe fluid. And then, like, I would say probably bonding with the ideology of, like, say, people who become different things in the metaverse, and now they want to apply it to the real world. I could see that becoming a thing.
It's coming.
Please gotta calm down before we have big ass like electronic birds breathing fire at us, and I don't have time for that. I don't have time to be in World War III fighting birds that aren't birds. They don't have a heart.
World War III gonna be in the
It's a
metaverse.
machine.
It's gonna be in the metaverse.
No, I don't think so.
I'm playing. I'm joking.
I really like on that. I think Russia gonna hit somebody with a bomb. I don't know who, but Russia planning a nuke. They are. It's
we
going
just need
somewhere.
to mind our business. That's we need.
Do you know who our president is?
I already know.
We ain't minding our business. He's Mr. Nosy's best friend. We're not minding our business.
We're gonna find that out.
We're not. No. If we mind our business, I will eat a crow. You can hold me to it if we mind our business.
We're already doing it because we apply sanctions and like we're already into it, but we're like doing it passively.
If we insert our whole entire foot into their business,
it's crazy.
Yeah, life is gonna be real different for a lot of people.
Crazy.
That's why I said my mom moving to Costa Rica. Anybody who want to come with me, we got a private jet. It hold a certain number. We out there. So you can bring your pet. That's why we got the private jet, because you can't bring pets over 80 pounds on regular airplanes, or 50 pounds or something, or maybe 25. And Aries is 80 pounds, so I gotta take her on a private jet. She's a pit bull. And then we gonna have her kids too. So
definitely need it.
Last movie or TV show that had a character that you wanted to beat up. Yeah. Have you ever been so invested into a show like that? I want one time to get a run in the fade. I know you're not a real good TV watcher.
I mean, but you know, this applies to animes too.
There we go. Yeah.
So I was already on that wave. I'm trying to figure it out.
Who you trying to run a fade with?
Matter of fact, I want to fight Doflamingo from One Piece. He can really win my fade because, like, bro, you really a celestial dragon though? Like, this man.
Go ahead. Because you're talking a language I have no idea what you're talking about. But I'm so interested at this point right now. Celestial dragon, okay.
Okay, so in One Piece, it's basically like a regular world setup like we have now, except the oceans are open and you can sail however you want and be a pirate, and like pirates are a real thing. Okay. But they have a navy that they fight in, whatever, and they have a world government. That's the difference. That's what I think the whole metaverse is trying to prepare us for. I think they're trying to enact a world government and literally world domination us type shit. But yeah, so the world government is founded by what are called the celestial dragons. They're the untouchable people. If you harm a celestial dragon, you will go to jail. basically they don't want their bloodline to die, because if their bloodline dies out, then they can't rule the world anymore. Well, Luffy doesn't care. He's the main character. He punched the celestial dragon. He just doesn't care. And we just found out that this pirate Doflamingo, well, I just found out because there's like 400 episodes after this that I have not watched yet. But I just found out that Doflamingo is a celestial dragon, and now he's trying to kill Law, and Law is the best doctor in the whole world, in their world, and I'm just like really heated about this because this man is really a celestial dragon, and I remember when
Was he hiding it?
Yeah, he's hiding it because he's a pirate.
Okay.
He's a pirate, so like technically, anytime you hit him, it's a crime against the law. Like you can literally just be put in jail.
Okay.
So he's really cheating.
Yeah.
And then he has this really cool devil fruit that allows him to manipulate and control other people. So if you wanted to touch him, he could just stop your hand anyway.
Okay.
I don't like him. And then he wear this
I don't like
pink,
that.
He wear this pink feather coat, and he think he all that, and he really just a little.
Oh, are you hating on the man Drip too?
And then matter of fact, right now he got Luffy fighting in this arena for his brother's what's it called? What are they called? They're called devil fruit. For his brother's devil fruit. His brother died in the war that Luffy got stronger in. It was this whole big war that started over his
devil
brother's
fruit? That
head.
sounds like $40 pussy.
A devil
Oh wow! Oh wow!
devil fruit is this fruit that they eat that gives them.
I'm sorry, that joke was right there. I just had to do something because I have no idea what you're talking about.
I'm just ignoring it. It gives them abilities, but it takes their ability to swim. So his brother had the power. He had the flame fruit. He could like post fire out his hands. Then there's a dude who ate a magma fruit. He can literally make magma. So the magma dude is who killed the flame dude, basically. And then
Flame dude.
Yeah, that's his brother Ace. And so when he died or whatever, after they buried him, the devil fruit regenerated, and Doflamingo took the devil fruit and put it in the Coliseum, and they're making all these gladiators fight to the death for it.
Okay.
And then Luffy's in there trying to fight for his devil fruit because he's like, nah, you're not gonna give my brother's devil fruit away. Like that's not what's about to happen, famo. And so it's like that's cool and all, but like I really got beef with this dude because also he came and he pillaged this whole country, and he turned all these people's lovers and stuff into toys. And he got all these people walking around acting like they think that they don't got no lovers. Oh, you can watch it on Hulu right now.
Okay.
And it's called what?
It's called One Piece.
Okay.
But yeah, so like
What's your show, Shan? We don't have anything I need more anime people here for that.
You know, every now and then I watch the little ratchet shows. Like I'm waiting for P-Valley to come back on.
That's the one with the strippers?
Yeah, that's the one with
Okay.
the strippers. That one is actually funny as shit. But no, I don't have anybody. You know, I just watch to get a laugh.
Yeah. Shits and gigs. What?
I get invested in the animes. I don't watch all that other stuff.
That was funny. That was great. I love what I do. This is great. I did. Yeah. All right. Dragon fruit.
It's a devil fruit.
Devil fruit. Dragon fruit. He's a celestial dragon. That's why I got dragon fruit. All right. That was funny. Not that one. Have you ever used a supplement or a drug to enhance sex? If yes, why?
Ooh.
I mean, a supplement or a drug, no. A little toy, little candy, yeah. But those aren't drugs.
Yeah.
Foreplay toy, was the guy there for it, or you knew he was on the way and you like, I'm gonna get started before you get there?
No, there's like these little mints you can
You
pop.
know, like the bullets.
Oh, I mean, she should be using all them.
We gonna visit. You said mints?
There are these little mints you could pop and make your throat numb.
Oh, you trying
I've
to
never heard of the mint. Now I have heard about
I've seen the spray.
Yeah.
No, I like the mint better because the spray get all over your tongue. The mint, it really just target your throat.
Oh, you're gonna have to give me the name of this.
And they come in flavors. You got chocolate, minty, you got all kinds of flavors. They all good. I tried them all.
Do you let the guy know that you're taking it?
No.
Oh, so he just think you going ham?
Honestly, you probably think it's like a.
I know something you don't know.
If you figure it out, you figure it out. I mean, I feel like they smell it on your breath after some point.
No, ain't nobody smelling that. She drift off in bliss.
It smell like something.
She went crazy, bruh. She went crazy. Bruh, she hit me with the devil's fruit.
Not with the devil's fruit.
I don't know. That's gonna be a thing somewhere in my life now. Devil fruit. Somebody got devil fruit.
I mean, I want a devil fruit. I really do. I really wish those like existed.
That's what happens when I get invested in the show. Like things that are fictional, you like so invested with. Like, damn, I want that now.
Yeah, no, like I really just like want powers. Just like hide me, we trip over that.
I need these mints. I need her to write these mints down.
So
Man, you can really go at any shop and right behind the counter, because they're behind the counter.
oh, you have to ask for it. So
Basically, yeah, they're so easy to steal. If they was just
I mean,
sitting
yeah,
out
it's
there,
like
they'd be
like
gone.
so, yeah. you said bullets.
Oh, the bullet.
Okay.
You never.
Yeah.
I mean, he can.
You know.
But
Yeah.
I don't know which
not.
one though. Like, okay, so I know about the ones where the guy, like the woman, puts something on, and like
Oh
you have the
no,
buzzer.
just the little.
That's at home play. not
Yeah,
myself.
I've never. You know, we don't
Certain
need
cou-
those things.
Certain couples
Yeah.
do certain things. That's what I'm saying.
That's too much work. See, because once you get to a certain point, it gotta be easy access. That ain't easy access.
Okay. So
Yeah.
so the bullet that you like, what's the who introduced it into the play?
Oh.
Like the first time, or like
I mean, it was
from
Well,
there
first
on
time.
out.
I guess the
No,
first time.
I mean
because
the
after
first
here-
time it's ever happened in your life. When I say the first time.
Oh,
I mean, we
Yeah.
just went to the store.
Okay.
You know, you just see stuff.
you guys had a conversation like, let's throw
We
a little
just
spice
actually
on.
just went to the
Just
store
a
and we
little-
saw it and we were like,
Like, I like this,
oh,
but we're gonna
let's
throw a
try
little
this.
different seasoning on it.
Yeah, you know, you
Okay.
feeling real spicy.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, see,
Okay.
no, that's not how
Spicy
that
today.
happened.
How did it happen for you?
Well, see, I used to work at a warehouse that shipped out sex toys, and when the
Oh, so you
boxes-
basically you just
when
looking
the
at the
boxes
inventory.
got damaged, you know, so I had them all in my house, and then one day my very first love, like the first love, he was like, you know,
I hate
looking
when
at
bad
him.
dudes get all the good stuff.
He was looking at him. He said, "Huh,
What's that?
Let's
we gonna
try
play
it.
with that."
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was just like, "No, we gonna play with that." Pointing to, you know, and he's like, "No, sit back." So you know, and I have blindfolds and all that, just cause like it's all
Uh-huh.
there. So you know,
Uh-huh.
your girl got pampered, and I was just ever since then I'd be like, "Hey, sir, here's some stuff."
You said
I
okay.
mean, I think that's
I can make an
fine.
argument
I don't
you
know
can say
about an
pampered,
everyday
but-
thing, but
No, it's not
you
an
know.
everyday thing.
You
No, I call it
Yeah.
pampered because I didn't have to do
Yeah,
any
because you
work.
got starfish. But for us, starfish though. But for guys, some people are into certain things, and then it also like the blindfold aspect. Or in my case, I've done that a few times where you blindfold a person, put music on their ears, sensory deprivation, heightens the senses.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's a thing. But it's
I
not
mean-
something you want to do every day though.
I mean, no, you don't do it every day, but every time it get boring, hey,
Yeah.
here you go.
Spice it up.
Yeah.
And I be quick with it because I get real bored real fast. See, I have a
Oh,
very
yeah.
wandering mind.
Yeah.
They wanders all the time.
You do butt stuff?
No,
Okay.
no,
Oh,
You
honestly.
said one of mine.
No. When I say wandering mind, I mean we could be in the middle,
Yeah.
and I'm thinking about Rick and Morty.
Rick and Morty.
Like I have
Rick
a
and Morty.
wandering mind. Like no, we have to.
You
You
just
gotta
haven't
keep me
had
there.
the right one.
You
to
gotta-
keep you there yet.
Yeah. Well, as of recently, I had no problems.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, you gotta hit me with the snaps. Hey, you in there? No, I'm not. No,
You're
I'm not.
bored.
No.
He's bored.
Eh. That's why I let it toys in. Here you go.
Right.
Have fun.
All right.
You're not bored no more.
More bodies. More bodies.
Bye, Joe. I'm done with you.
It's a perfect segue.
Did we even do problematic questions? I feel like we didn't.
I did. I first announced it. Everything I came through. It got a little deeper this time.
You see how the high affection? Yeah, that's why you shouldn't come and smoke before. It just all left me. I just like came to reality in this moment. I realized where I was when you just said that. Like we're here now. That's how that works.
What
For me, at
more
least.
more bodies is your safe word?
No. No. I wish it was. No. That would be funny. I don't have a safe word.
More bodies. What?
Not even that. You know how like the CIA be having like activation
Secret
codes?
cells, yeah.
Yeah, make that. And just walk up to somebody, hey, More bodies. Mission activated.
I don't know. That was about to be a drop. More bodies. Cops or musicians?
Ooh.
I feel like musicians get more bodies that they went after, you know. I feel like cops get their bodies in different ways because I just don't like cops and I think they're all bad
They be
people.
fucking. They be fucking.
Cops?
They some hoes.
Cops?
Yes, they are
I
like
think they're hoes, but
top of the line hoes.
I don't feel like
Correct.
all of their play is ethical. If you feel me. I don't feel like it's all ethical at all. I feel like some things are things that just was like ticket related, you know?
Okay.
Like let me just I don't think it's always because I want to mess with you.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know.
Because I mean, I feel like anybody would deal with a musician just to deal with a musician.
Just because, yeah.
You're a musician. I feel like if you dealt with a cop, you was like, "Oh, Mr. Officer, hey,
Oh,
you're out my window."
I've seen
Uniforms,
because
yeah.
one of my friends is a police officer, and yeah, they some hoes, and everybody fucks everybody. Let me just put it that way.
Wait, inside the
Inside and on the outside, but everybody fucks everybody. Yes, it's kind of like security guards or working at a call center.
Yeah.
Because you know how a call center is, everybody's fucking everybody.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, that was just like 3 of our more body segments put
Oh, wow.
together right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all connected. I'm building this thing. I'm building this thing in a very
We're
special way.
understanding what kind of environments breed whores.
I'm doing hard research right here.
This is research.
This is all research.
What kind of environments
This whole
breed
thing.
whores?
This whole thing is a case
Call
study.
center environments, positions of authority,
Absolutely.
uniforms, and musicians with the hair flip. Oh,
Yo, I can flip my hair, bro, but don't. I need a safe word. All right. More bodies. Politicians or ministers?
ministers.
Say that quick.
I'm gonna go with ministers.
Why?
I can't really disclose why. It's not me. Okay, fuck it. So, ministers, them motherfuckers don't care. No shade. Sorry, pastor. Whatever. But they don't give a shit. They'll have. I've seen situations. Let me just put it this way, because I don't want to put this person on blast. But I've seen situations where the person that he's fucking in the front row is sitting right next to the wife, or they're fucking multiple people at the church. So
Is the
yes,
wife
I'm
aware?
gonna go.
You think the wife?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Clueless.
What about the woman in that situation? Let's dive into that.
Mm-hmm.
What is she doing? Is she taking pleasure in knowing that she's messing with the?
I think some women actually do get pleasure out of that.
And that.
I
The
really do.
reason why I say that is because women show a tremendous amount of support for other women
Mm-hmm.
until it's not convenient for them.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
And with that, I'll say this. I was thinking about this segment the other day, and I remember I went to this place and I was at work. There's an office full of ladies. One, I guess people your age and younger don't necessarily want to be the one to approach a man, right?
Mm-hmm.
Usually it's older women or just, I guess, certain types of personalities. So the older lady came to me and said, hey, she put on for a girl, like tried to put me aside, but all the other women could hear.
Okay.
The guy was leaving out. So I said, I'm in a relationship. And she's like, well, how serious is it? I said, it's pretty serious. Her daughter calls me daddy.
Oh wow.
She
Not
said,
how serious.
Mhm.
So it didn't stop it. Just
no.
Oh wow.
And then that's out there. She said, but you ain't married though. And all the ladies, they lean back. And then, what I'm saying? Everybody started laughing. I'm like, I'm good where I'm at. So to that, I say, what is? Let's talk about those situations where women, is that survival of the fittest? Is the women support other women thing a facade, or what? How do you read that?
Oh wow.
I mean, I feel like women supporting women stems from feminism, stems from bullshit. You feel me? Like, I feel like that was never really a thing that needed to be talked about, and I feel like it's what's talked about so that people can say that they support women. Does that make sense? No?
Yeah, I mean, for women, yes, but when as a man, when I call myself an ally of women, like that's something that it's a word. It's a word that shouldn't be used, but but it has to be established because women get so many attacks, and then you get into the race aspect of it. There's another layer to it.
That's what I mean. Like, I feel like there's no general supporting of women. Which women do you support? Whose problem are you supporting? There's so many different problems when it comes to women. You can't just group it all under women. Because some women don't go through the same problems other women go through.
So you said it's a competition?
I think it's a competition with some women. I really feel like it's a competition thing. It's a let me have a one up on you, you know, type of situation. Or I've even heard females say, like, you'll see somebody, you might see a nice looking guy and he's with a girl that, I don't even want to use the word ugly because to each his own. She may not be very attractive in your eyes, and well, what is she doing with him? Well, what is he doing with her? You know, or I can take him, or but you may not be his cup of tea. You know, so
yeah,
I just feel like it's a one up. Like
this. All right, I'm a man, so I can gauge it from a man's perspective. As far as a man trying to take another guy's woman, but a woman in that scenario, do they want the relationship, or they think they're going to get the same outcome? You think they're going to get the same outcome by just, let me switch myself with them? Like, it's just that easy?
I think so. I think most women, yes.
So the next thing I'm going to say is, oh, hey, aren't you nosy? Well, since you're looking, hit the follow button, subscribe, notifications, share something, like something, make a comment. Do your thing.